Okay, fambulem una ado. This na Saiku John Barry, the canto una this netia, live from London. This na then and now, as the flyer been don't go around. Today we get a big personality, but he will come introduce himself later. But I just want to remind una, say, una know say we can bring stakeholders them, uh, politicians, civil society activists, and other stakeholders in a salon for can talk about the elections, issues them way they happen around the elections. So as soon as know say almost campaign don't wrap up now, then they prepare and brace up for go vote on Saturday. So today the personality will come introduce himself. We can talk about issues again we border around the elections. So now stay tuned at any time. The person he can introduce himself, but una at the appeal to una all una continue for share the links so that we will get many viewers. Stay tuned. Okay, fumble them. This na the then and now, and we go let who guest for introduce yourself. Can you introduce yourself, sir?
Fambul Leone, good evening. Me na Honorable Lahai Marrah, the chairman for the APC Falaba district.
Okay, Honorable Lahai Marrah. But we go, you don't say, at least you don't introduce yourself, but I want for make you go deeper a bit. Would I this Honorable Lahai Marrah? Even though you don't say you know the chairman, they know, but at least you get some, you know, a prominent somebody in Akwenedugu and Falaba district and Sierra Leone as a whole. So tell me a bit more.
Honorable Lahai Marrah been contest election from 2012, where at that time it been represent constituency 45. And then 2018 again, a contest as for a member of parliament, also a win, but this time around na constituency 42. During my time na parliament, me na be the deputy chairman public account committee at a particular time, and also chair the water resources committee. I serve in many other committees like the finance committee, transparency committee, and I come on a Falaba district, Neya Chiefdom, a village called Popon. And presently, me na the chairman for the All People's Congress Party na Falaba district.
Okay, thank you so much. Fambulem Unadon Yeri, the man himself. This not the controversial Lahai Marrah, honorable. And he don't turn a parliament, he don't do so many things. And then he don't participate, like he don't be part of for develop salon for the past years. And then as you don't rightly tell una say in the current APC chairman na Falaba district. So how prepared is the APC in these elections?
The, the APC a big political party, and also na a party several elections. Na a party we don dey in governance. day in the history of this country. So for say how prepare on the always prepare for face any election, for face any elections. For this 2023 elections really happened on Saturday, June 24. Of course, we get so many challenges with regards to the insincerity of the ECSL Sierra Leone. Way to starting point, there not be one for like listen to the views of the All People's Congress Party will be raised certain observation. But of course, we don't get messages from the national executive that most of we demands them, they don't meet them. And so we are prepared and we ready as long as then tally then result them now each polling center and also then do the district tallying system. And make us take this. The Public Elections Act will be passed in this 2023. It was deliberate that some of us we don't do in electoral affairs and we don't understand over the years how the elections management body in Sierra Leone they operate. We've been pushed very hard for make it be included, in the Electoral Act, that it should be made mandatory for may tallying process be done per polling center and thus per district. Now waiting normally done they happen drawing experience from the ECS present manager na Falaba district Alex T. Pilar. It can always the dodge for do tallying na district headquarter and send them to the region. And normally when I go na the region, most of the times the figures they're waking don't the same, then we don't alter them. And sometimes it will meet then they deal with wrong RRF forms. So based on that experience which some of we get, will be move very strong for make sure see it be included in the Public Elections Act for make them do tallying per district, for make them make them mandatory. And if you read the act, it is clearly stated that it shall be done. So for we own preparedness, of course we are prepared, and as long as they conduct the election free and fair, we always ready for protect the vote of all the voters there in this country.
Okay, thank you so much, Honorable Lahai Marrah. Fambulem, I just want to remind you, say, the watch and listen to the then and now. And I just want to say sorry because we know they see Honorable Lahai Marrah clearly, and because they Kwainadugu district today, Kabbalah, okay, but the light system and other thing in the Hamburg, we know they see I'm fine or clearly. But we don't hear what you don't talk. So, Honorable, so then be able for meet all una demands or then address, or if you want you call them demands or you call them concerns, then be able to address una concerns them all, or na only that manual counting, only then the address.
Well, we've been put out, the All People's Congress been put out several requests. One of them now the availability of the data, that we want to see the data and do not make that available. Another one, now a situation wherein ECSL Sierra Leone want for collect a result through an app directly from the polling centers to that of the national office. So of course we not trust the app, and na app where we not ever test, and it is not within the laws, because mind you, the ECSL is not operating isolatedly. Rather, they are listening to the commissioner Kone, where they say he is not answerable to anybody. But me want for state here, the ECSL is answerable to the people of Sierra Leone. And the people of Sierra Leone are being represented by political parties. So when a party like the APC, where you to conduct elections for, they ask you for making you be accountable, it means they not they only ask you as a political party, but then they ask you because they are representing the people. And so when national office communicates to me say, yes, the data do not make them available. And I also see an information through the social media which I cannot authenticate. Falaba, for instance, we been get 69,000 or so registered voters. But within the ECL cell being put out at first, now about 63,000 registered voters. So this evening, I don't see the 69 figure at play. So we don't get so many communications from the office above that yes, some of the demands that we then put out or concerns that we then raise, they've been looked into. And so we should be prepared to go into the elections on the 24th of June, 2023. And let us state this because I represent a district, we're in a Falaba district. We in Falaba district, we prepare and we don't communicate to the people in place for ensure say we monitor the process from the polling centers, stations to that of the district and region. So therefore, we will get a clean result and be able to protect the voters them vote June 24 this year.
Okay, thank you so much, Honorable Lahai Marrah, for the time. We know say we don't chase you for quite a while, but you always stay inside Falaba, and because of the internet and then then stuff, then challenges, and they make will not be able to get you. But we really appreciate you time, you effort. But Honorable, a lot of una members them, when at the APC them, we don't see. Then they cry, then say like they were facing like intimidation according to them, and then but you don't emphasize a lot, say una ready for protect una vote, una ready for protect, una ready, una get the capacity for protect una supporters as well across. I know say you na Falabai they talk for, but you will get an idea of una strength or una ability for protect una supporters right across the country. So una get that capacity there.
The APC is a big political party. So when you talk about capacity in protecting votes, I want to make you know, say the APC always get that kind of capacity there. It's rather unfortunate that we deal with a government we brutal and we're not sincere at all. Before now, Falaba and Kwenadugu, for example, don't they face by-elections? And in most of them by-elections, they are like the Kwenadugu District Council elections, and then the parliamentary elections around Bafodia, then the Falaba District Council by-elections, and thus a parliamentary elections in constituency 40. Then they marred with violence and thuggery. And these are things that will be done, they raise, but yet still will be able to go through the elections. And some of them will succeed. Some of them, the SLPP, succeed for take them in a brutal way. We don't see wetin don dey happen at the southeast. The burning of houses of party members. We understand say na a ploy or a strategy we then call a very bad one for intimidate the APC voters in the southeast, so that on the day of the polling, they go afraid for go. But in as much as the party don't allay with fears, we don't see the National Secretary General don't communicate. We also don't see other stakeholders like Dr. Richard Conte that don't communicate. That the police don't give them assurance, say everybody where they go for go vote, especially in the southeast, will be safe. But make I use this opportunity also for tell the people them out there, say we get international accredited and local observers, and then get for the now all the polling stations. We are not in a by-election. A by-election is a concentrated elections. We are in SLPP go get the might for import talks all over the country to that particular area there. But this is a national election. They not get that might there. And what do they do early before the elections? Now for intimidate with supporters and put fear in their minds. But rest assured on the day of voting, nothing of that no go happen. Because the police don't assure the party say, they go make sure say all voters where they go for will cast in vote be protected. And we don't listen to the leaders that they try very hard for ensure say we get party agent in all polling centers and stations within Sierra Leone, even the southeast. That will be done. As I always done, they say the APC are a very strong, solid, and mature political party. We don't contest several elections and don't be government, don't form government in this country. And most of them
Okay, fumble them with the
considering the economic, rest assured, Cycle John, we are in Sierra Leone, considering the economic challenges, considering the human rights records of this government. You remember the Pademba Road killing or massacre. You also think of the McKinney killing for a generator, the August 10, and of a recent wherein people then protests against the ECSL, wherein you see police the point gun directly at somebody in chest and take in life. The people all over this country, they're ready for vote against the SLPP. And we will make sure say we'll protect them vote.
Okay, Honorable Lahai, thank you so much for that. But Honorable, for you they assure una members and then una sympathizers and then anybody we want to vote for the APC that una they protect them vote, and then una they ensure that they are as well as individuals are protected. But the last month, we don't see una the issue press releases talking about violence where they happen against una supporters them, and una they report the matters to police. Any action, anybody then don't arrest anybody as a result of the complaint una make, and any then don't police don't take action against anybody.
Cycle John, Sierra Leone, they presently undergo something way unusual, wherein certain individual belonging to a political party then get right for cause any mayhem and match free. And just this evening, one of new member, we na a campaign coordinator of a particular ward, say the SLPP dem meet am and try for convince am for make e join them, then give am cola of 3 million loans. Because he not join them, then see how they campaign for the APC, then just call on the police. He was arrested and detained. So also, we don't make several reports. Sometimes on record, like the LUC in Falaba, Mongo, they will tell you plain say, I know I'm for lost my job. And it is these police where they tell you now say they are protecting the government of the day. So obviously you as an opposition not get a right on your own. I make I tell you what happen. Most of the districts where you get local unit commanders, these are people from a particular ethnic group. I don't want to be tribal here, but majority of whom you will associate them with the SLPP. So what is happening is deliberate. The police will be professional. They are there, but they are not the front runners. But we get certain police in uniform where them identify, where them put for protect a particular regime. And that, nobody no go hide from that. It is real and indeed it is happening. But I want to put it to you that now because of their misbehavior they are, now because of this type of undemocratic nature, we don't make today, Madabio and his government, the SLPP party, they are almost going out of power. Because no doubt Sierra Leoneans, they're ready for stand up against them and they're ready for vote against them. You know, some of these things where you do if you say you dey protect your regime and not knowing that it damage the democratic fabrics we for make sure say you put together and get the next elections. The SLPP they struggle. Then they struggle for even talk to the people. And what is happening here in Kwenadugo and Falaba where I am, if they not give people a 1 polo and 100,000 loans, they not they even rally with them. It is real.
Okay, Honorable Lahai, thank you so much for that. But Honorable Lahai, what do you go tell the critics the way go say, after all, the APC was like this?
And thankfully, when the APC been there in governance at the Parliament 2012, we are contest. And so in this 2018, even in Parliament we did, certain things where they happen in a quiet moment at the ask questions for saying as well APC been there. But the answer we had to get no, it was never like that before. His Excellency the former president, a democratic president. We see most institutions how liberal them in dey. People who are employed based on their qualification and capacity. When we be in a parliament, we no be know whether you belong to the SLPP or you belong to the APC. We all be there, like, mingle, talk, and when it come to taking decision, we dey take decision decisively. On several occasions wherein the speaker then SBB Dumbuya don rule in favour of the opposition during 2012. But in 2018, as it things in our parliament wey make this time around I decide automatically no, I no wan for go na that kind of place again as a member of parliament. Wherein police then come na the well. It not ever happened 2018. Wherein they removed members of parliament. It not ever happened before 2018. My very self, Honorable Lahai Marrah, Honorable Aaron Aruna Kuruma, and Honorable Abdul Karim Kamara, we are suspended for 3 months without salary, with all the immunities being lifted. You know, one day happened before 2018. We don't want to see a situation wherein police then they conduct raid on innocent prisoners, then they kill them like that. We don't want to see a situation where then they kill above 20 people on a riot, neither above 6 people on a riot. It not ever happen. We not ever conduct by elections where then they kill people then. So this saying that's what happened 2018, the people can tell. They know what will be they undergo 2018 if it is the same now. And we don't want to see a situation wherein even when people then they die, you see the president on the other end they celebrate. Look what happened at McKinney. Whilst them they kill innocent people then, the president they enjoy in bike now burnt in a garden. Look again at this recent one. Whilst then they slaughter innocent person, they don't kill somebody. The president they wave, they say they open a bakery. These are situations which are unforgiving. Anytime you think of it, you are scared. We don't ever get a situation like that in the past regime.
Okay, thank you so much, Honorable Lahai Marrah. I just want to remind Fambulem, say, in the watch the series will get the then and now, and then me na Cycle John, me the host this program for tonight, and then we talk on issues them about elections, about the preparedness of the main opposition party, like in these elections. So we've been done the yeri una the Boku people and they say the APC they cry and then una just una don't turn cry babies. But some people and they say back the ruling party, which is the SLPP, don't defeat una psychologically. Is that true?
Well, it depends on what you mean by psychology. Is it by killing our people? Is it by the brutality of the police force? Is it a situation wherein they see military men unbuttoning uniform, they hold gun, then they shoot at innocent people? Is that the psychology someone is talking about here? But we want to say we're very strong, and over the years we don't use the legitimate means, and we don't maintain the peace of this country. I tell you, Cycle John, if we revenge likewise, like Sierra Leone in danger. And me particularly want to recommend the All People's Congress Party for we then continue for maintain the peace. And the rest assured, if that is what you call psychology, we will continue for maintain the peace because we value the lives of Sierra Leoneans. We no one for we came into that 11-year darkest war, and we will use the legitimate means by going to court, whether the court they dispense justice or not, and also by going to the police, whether they are sincere or not, and now by using the ballot box. for make sure say this type of a regime not ever exist again or not ever come again as Sierra Leone. The people are going to vote against them, and all wetin we go do na we dey do so for make sure say we protect them vote.
Okay, thank you so much, Honorable Lahai Marrah. And also, you dey hear people in the talk like na them social media and other platforms them. Then they tell you say well, whether people then vote or not, SLPP don't win this election. So what do you go tell Fambul them where they watch you, where they, because right now we get people where they watch you right from Falaba district. What do you go tell them people in there?
And we want for say make people and vote for the All People's Congress Party. First, dem dey tell we people and say na 10 years, but some of go tell we people them say if dem say na 10 years, they no need for campaign. We believe say not to 10 years. When I left there, we then they talk about 10 years. That means they don't need una vote. We need una vote. Una just vote for we. Then we then go know if it's 10 years or not. But presently, that one they don't die down. They are not talking of 10 years anymore. How you go say don't win an election, so you know even contest the elections? That means even if the people that vote for them, always they feel say them go always they feel say now because of them rigging technique where they feel say they will succeed with, now make them succeed. But we want for say we need the people them vote, and after we then don't vote for we will ensure say we value them vote in return by correcting the mishaps in the economy, by also correcting the mishaps in the human disaster, the human rights disaster we did. As it is now, if the people then vote for the SLPP they no will ever value them, and they no will value them vote. Because even without them going into the election, then they talk say they don't win. But make I tell you why them they talk so. Now because them believe say as long as they transmit the result to app, then we able to manipulate them and give themselves a figure at the end of the day. We know to the people they mandate. But I tell you in the opening statement, say those things have been corrected. And you na a social media person, you do follow social media. Watch how they presently. They are so quiet. They are not happy because most of the things that we put forward, the data has been out, and with the 600 above voters, because normally about 200,000 names we are deleted. But I want for categorically state here say that 200,000 above we then delete, they don't bring them back. And everybody get right for going at the center for go vote as long as you register. This is a victory on the part of the APC, you know. First, they are trying to use the app. Now they say then they do the tally manually per center and also per district. And then try for delete 200,000 and above. Now they don't include them back. And everybody now, as long as you register, get right, whether you ID card, big car or not, you get right for appearing at the center and vote. This is victory for us indeed.
Okay, thank you so much. Fambulem una oldo yeri Honorable Lahai Marrah don't explain. But Honorable, like if what you they say so, like okay, they been delete names them, and now they don't come with the names them back. So the ECSL will explain to Una, they may give any reason as to why they delete those names?
Well, if you will follow some of them press releases, they make some statement where APC not be believe in the statement and they that underage them. We continuously keep for call for the data. If that is the case, The former leader of parliament, leader of the opposition, Honorable Hon Lahai Marrah, now the next vice president in waiting, asked for audit of the ECSL data. And then from there, we continuously done the call for make the data available. And of recent, through with National Secretary General and that of Dr. Richard Conte, the full data as they register don't be available. Well, whether they make a statement as why the data are available or not, we no one for know. Waiting we be the watch for, we don't see them. And we want to appreciate the effort of the national executive. We also want to appreciate the next president of this country, Dr. Lahai Marrah, and also in running mate, Honorable Hon Lahai Marrah, the National Secretary General Ansana Dubuya, for we then stand very firm for make sure say we get the data, and also for make sure say everybody we register doing the registration of voters will get right for vote.
Okay, thank you so much. So does that mean now say we will not get any fear again about rigging or like Dabaru business say it get for take place during on Saturday?
We still not trust the ECSL, but we believe say we very firm as a political party in each district for make sure say the right to be done. And as long as we very firm, the ECSL will announce the correct result on the 24th of June 2023. And we believe say we get the majority. We don't campaign right across. The people don't assure we of them vote. Of course, economic challenges and their human rights records is all over the place with the people themselves they talk about. My brother, you are coming from Falaba. Waiting with people then they go through Falaba. A bag of rice in Falaba districts like Mongo and beyond is 800,000 leons. The layman not able to afford them. Waiting then they eat that locust seed. And then they prepare right now as food. The people actually ready for vote against them and we're ready for protect them vote. I don't repeat this many a time. All what we need now for protect the people them vote. And at this stage, Sierra Leoneans forget confidence in the APC. We requested for the data, it don't be available. The full data don't be available. And also we ask that the tallying process be done manually, and they don't assure you of that.
Okay, Honorable Lahai Marrah, thank you so much. So let me take you again. You say like una get the people them, and then you emphasize the hardship and suffering where they happen in the country. But during this campaign, if you see people the way they come out for the SLPP, you go feel say like what you know the street so it, like not to true.
Make I tell you, presently in Sierra Leone, we get two currencies we dey use, two types of money. One 10,000 leons, the other one get 10 with 30. The other one get just 10, but then get the same value, the same weight. 5,000 leons of the same. The other get just a single 5. The other one just get 5 with 3 zeros. That simply they tell you say when them me talk say then they like reduce with money for delete some zeros. By right, the other money them before don't get rid of them. But during this campaign, then take all of them money, then they use them effectively at their disposal. We are in the kind angry way in the country. You tell somebody say, "Can wear this polo? I will give 100,000 leons." Honestly, that person must put on that polo for that 100,000 leons they and dance. And then people that they use money, these particular elections, if we dey get an appropriate audit of how many money political parties dem don spend, the SLPP don spend 10 times more than wetin the APC put into these elections. So as long as you dey give people the money, dem go dance for you. But we dey listen to the people dem dey talk say we go dance for them, but we vote dey for Lahai Marrah. It's happening. As I dey talk to you now, in Falaba district, for instance, there are certain areas where APC no ever get vote. And this time around, the people them authoritatively don't tell me say, then they vote in for the APC. The border areas, you know, Falaba, we share borders with Guinea. And most of the businesses what we dey do, now we in Guinea. During that period when the Sierra Leone currency been value, it seem people they take goods or they take the Leones, can go inside Guinea, and then they get many goods where then they can't trade back. You go see Guineans like the animal cow, for instance, then they can't trade on Sierra Leone because of the money in weight. But most of the market areas then, like Bentu, like Bindi, like Camaro, where they share with Guineas, they are starving, they are suffering, and some of them don't they close. The people them are aware and they know waiting and they go through, and honestly, they're ready for vote for a positive change.
Okay, thank you so much, Honorable Lahai Marrah. Fambulemuna de listen to Honorable Lahai Marrah, the APC chairman of Falaba district. But Honorable Lahai Marrah, again, people need ask. Now let's go to our district, Falaba district. I know say you, of course, I no need for say you affair with issues them day. But people in the question, like when our opponent and they say, okay, what in APC don't do for Falaba? So you get the opportunity for tell them people in the waiting the APC don't do for Falaba district.
We appreciate the All People's Congress Party to start with for the way they give Falaba district in 2017, and then put Boko mechanism in place. One of them now the de-amalgamations. We get chiefdoms where them put together like 4 5, they were like one chiefdom, and APC be able to make sure say then de-amalgamate those chiefdoms. And even when Dr. Samura Kamara been there Mongo, he even mentioned say when the APC can have power, then they de-amalgamate further. For the fact that we get a district like Falaba district, you imagine the Kwenadugu district when we get one local council representing all the way from Bukubola, representing all the way from Yarwadu, when that resources will be equally distributed. I've been in a parliament in 2012. I go is it Naxa where them they do road constructions. I say, when are you guys going to Falaba to places like Nea Chiefdom? The answer we then give me at that time, now that then they do one per chiefdom, and presently then they na Sengbe chiefdom and is it Warawara, something like Warawara Yagala chiefdom. And until then chiefdom, then they move into other chiefdom before then they go na Nea. So I check how many years then they go take. It's above 30 years before then chiefdom they at then time, then chiefdom then they, and then presently go na then Nea go. During the time we been get Kwenadugu district where Falaba be included. But of late, look at what is happening. The Naxa, as soon as we get Falaba district, automatically Naxa then begin operating on Nea chiefdom. Automatically they were operating in Mongo chiefdom. They were also operating in Dembelia Musaya. So these are some of the benefits we don't derive. Another huge benefit is we are in who get 2 councils. Kwenadugu District Council is already there and has been there. Now we get a new council, now the Falaba District Council. The resources wey plant come na Kwenadugu district when dem bin dey as Kwenadugu district, it's no longer the same. Now we get Falaba district wey equally dey get another resources. You look at that EU project, the $1 million project. Look at some of the works that we don dey happen. Honestly, we get a lot from the APC. Now, when the SLPP then come na power newly, they talked about census. And one of the reasons where they give behind the scene at that, the APC then create Falaba and Kaineri district because they want make the north develop more. So they want to do the same in the southeast, which is not bad, because the more we get district, as long as we are sincere, the better the development. But I want to say they come with that ideally because they were jealous of Falaba district. And so the people of Falaba district really get a reason for vote for the APC. If we are talking about Falaba district today, it's because His Excellency, the former president, they think of development. You imagine from where somebody come on a Kubola at that time for access the district headquarters town na Kabala now been 110 miles and with no road, and that don't be short into Mongo about 38 miles. So these are some of the facilities and opportunities. Make I tell you, Sakujon, before now, some of we were present at that district day. When you be to go to places like Kubola, you go to places like Masadu, the people when they live, they were in the dark ages. The paramount chiefs the way they be exist then still be they use people them like slave, because at that time they not get any social touch. Civilization be almost non-existing. But today with Mongo district, we get radio stations in Mongo. Look at the magistrate court in Mongo. Look at the police station in Mongo. We get the district council in Mongo. Civilization don't they reach and then part of the. And presently as they talk to you, people don't begin to stand for them rights. You know, will no longer find somebody one day pussy 10 cow as he used to be, or 5 cow as he used to be, or 600 or 6 million loans. We are in not a magistrate court they run. To say what the APC don't do for Falaba is uncountable. For the fact that we get Falaba district, we must appreciate the APC for that. And plenty thank you to His Excellency, the former president, Dr. Anes Baikroma, for such an initiative.
Okay, thank you so much, Honorable Lahai Marrah. Today you get the opportunity for clear so many things. Again, where some of we they raise the issue about roads, na Falaba district. Of course, well, then they ask me now, okay, say waiting the APC do for 11 years, whose road they left. So what in our agenda, what you have been doing in that regard for Falaba?
Well, when you think of Falaba, you think of when we get Falaba during the reign of the APC. We will get Kwenadugu district. Start for think about the road from Makeni to Kabala. And you start for think about the Kabala township. Yesterday, I've been talk to first-time voters, because sometimes we first-time voters then you just watch say the president sabi smile or this president sabi dress, then vote for him. They don't know the way the Kabala township been there, especially during this raining season. At this time, before now, when you go inside Kabala town, before they can, they put on a white trousers, another a white shirt. But look at the Kabala township. Look at the huge development taking place. And you look at the Mongo River project. The Mongo River projects, now we are in like the Kabala water system. We are in, if we don't get a tap running water. It was tested, and indeed water then began run at the tap. Then put the facility in a Mongo River. But Alimu at that time, when it been construct the road, make us state this. the road leading from Kabala to that of Krubola and to that of Kono, then we already don't award that contract. And the works we don't already start. And during the pavement of the road, then being therefore destroyed most of them pipes then by Pavifort. And when I've been there as chairman of the Water Resources Committee, I called Pavifort and that of ZSLRA, yes, with Water Salwako, when at the Sierra Leone Water Company. Waiting happened at the end of the day where Pavifort don't destroy all the pipe. A $15 million project where indeed water begin for run. At the end of the day, Pavifort use in machines and destroy all them pipes and without fixing them back. It was all story till accommodate. But all that thing then they happen. And the road work been done start in two ways, in two folds. It been done begin from Kono to Krubola, the road construction day, and also from Kabala to that of Krubola. But unfortunately, the APC lost the 2018 election. And all that they been put them to a halt until now they see like it start. We not even they happen. So to say what the APC don't do, to we appreciate the APC. At least you look at the Kabbalah Township, look at many other development. You look at the district council, how many funds them they send for make sure say they undertake some rural road constructions projects. They are all happening, and we could continue to appreciate the APC and that of His Excellency the former president, Ernest Bai Koroma.
Okay, thank you so much. Famulem, una the watch the then and now. We'll not get much time again, but so tell the people of Falaba what you not get for them. What you not get for the people of Falaba if them vote for una.
The people of Falaba, if them vote for the APC come 2023 this year, Falaba will be one of the best places. Of course, the road walk from Kabala to that of Krubola and then to Kono will be constructed speedily. And then we will continue for de-amalgamate further so that we will continue for the more chiefdoms. And we will conduct all the remaining chiefdoms there with this SLPP not conduct for a reason. Like the Kamadugu Yiraya chiefdom. We are in a put a region chief, and the region chief now been like the party chairman for the SLPP, and he's still the party chairman for the SLPP. We then they use presently for intimidatory supporters and Adankawale. We will make sure say we conduct that election speedily, and also done in a still amalgamated chiefdom. We are in the Kamadugu and Yiraya. We will make sure say we de-amalgamate and conduct all elections. The election the Mongol chiefdom again, the region chief, now the chairman of the SLPP, and then put again for region chief as region chief, where they continue for intimidate supporters. We will conduct the elections then day. And you know, when the leader of the All People's Congress, Dr. Samura Kamara, the next president of Sierra Leone, visit Mongol, we tell them say the way una they calculate the resource distribution of district council, we are in una they look to the number of own source of revenue. The more you able for generate revenue, the more resources it will take. So that one day not like the rich become richer and the poor become poorer. But we appeal to the president in the making that make it concentrate na the Falaba District Council so that we will able to get many development. You look at the rural water project, we na the idea of the APC, and we will make sure say we escalate on a further so that the people of Falaba will get clean drinking water. We also look at the international route to Bindi. We will make sure we will work on her. The Fulamansa Bridge, of course, another for forget now the handwork of the All People's Congress Party. The APC, they're very good for development. And the leadership of Falaba under the All People's Congress Party. I want for state here say, we already get experience. Me being the chairman, I don't serve in a parliament for 10 years. We get huge experience and we will always be able to draw the attention of the government to what is happening in Falaba. And gender issues will be prioritized. We want for see we are in women in the contest for chieftaincy elections in some of those areas. We the contest for section chief elections, for town chief elections. These are some of the things where the APC will work on.
Okay, thank you so much, Honorable Lahai Marrah. And also, we see Paramount Chief them like again, they accuse them, say they interfere into the process, like they want really follow them people them vote who side them want. So how would they able manage them issue then they?
Yes, we note that one day during we campaign. And if you read the Chieftaincy Act, they make them categorically clear that chiefs therefore be apolitical. And we in the All People's Congress we will make sure say we implement the law to its latter. Any chief we campaign for any political party will be held responsible at the end of the day. And some of we campaign we make them clear because as a paramount chief, you know they for any political party. And sometimes they pain me for a paramount chief they talk say and they serve the government of the day at the detriment of the people that we elect you. Not a government go put you. Not a government appoint you. Now people elect you. So you are not serving the government of the day. You are serving your people that will then elect you. But we note that very seriously and it becomes very challenging for we. Where is some of we supporters then in certain areas where we note the paramount chief then intimidate them heavily and they almost they force them or vote for the SLPP. But these are challenges we don't take and we don't communicate them to the appropriate authority. And some of them chief then they at the end of the day, they may therefore stop.
Okay, thank you so much, Honorable Lahai Marrah. And how will I get any of una member within a police custody? Because we don't hear Dr. Richard Conte they say the police them for left all APC the way in a detention.
Well, this evening, one of we member they try for prepare or go in one of in new campaign route where we assigned to run. We see police them therefore arrest them and immediately then detain them. When we check, they say Napoleon they give 3 million loans to make it support the SLPP party. But the person hold the money and say, okay, I will go seek advice to million people then. We not like a cooler with the India for support the SLPP. You see, when I've been to tell you, see, the SLPP then they spend hugely to people. And in fact, it's like bribing them. So this person no go SLPP, he not join SLPP. He continue for campaign for the APC. On order from Napoleon, he was arrested and detained. So what do? We asked ourselves, We contribute the money and go to the police station. We pay for that money there. Then obtain statement from her and then put them on bail. So they don't release them and you don't go about in campaign. For now, similar thing happen at Krubola, wherein the paramount chief order the arrest of ward youth leader on allegation say we SLPP then go campaign make them Falaba. But again, will be intervened speedily. The police then be also release that one day. Apart from that, we no get no incident yet. We also get a situation in Dankawali where the regent chief, of course, we no go surprise, then they intimidate with supporters then they, but we go na Dankawali, we go campaign and we tell the people and say then get right for vote of for any political party of them right, then choice. And we warn the regent chief that if we hear of any intimidation again, we will complain to the appropriate authority. And so far, we not hear any such intimidation. At a particular point in time, one honorable parentarally, of course, he do the same 2018, wherein he come with talks them inside Falaba and they disrupt the peace of we innocent people. He also attempted this 2023 for come with talks them inside Falaba in order for disrupt the peace of the people there. But we don't make complaints to the appropriate authority. Since then, we no hear of any attack yet. And we will continue for complaint and continue for call on the police for make sure say make them be very vigilant.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me.
And we be make we be make them clear that the ONS report states say Falaba district get the highest deposit of small guns, shotguns, and that if it reach to the stage wherein the police are not able to protect the people then, they not go be surprised if the people then stand up and protect themselves.
Okay, thank you so much. I just want to make one thing clear as to what you say about Napoleon. Well, we still, this platform don't invite SLPP them a lot for come now, for come talk about them party, talk about waiting themselves get or waiting and don't achieve for the past 5 years, but we get very few. Only I think one person I be able to come and talk. So like waiting Honorable Lahai Marrah say so, well, we go try for contact Napoleon, the deputy minister, for see whether or and the secretary general of the SLPP for see waiting an own version with this issue we Honorable Lahai Marrah talk about the person we then say na in order for make them arrest them. So I just want to let the platform know that, and then all the time, like our doors are open for the SLPP and all political parties. Make them come. Now just simple thing. They sit down, we talk, we ask questions, then answer, and they will educate the general public. Lastly, I know say you don't really take, I don't want to take your time much, or at least you don't try. One, I want to appreciate you so much for your time. So finally, tell you people them now na Falaba district and Kwenedugu and Sierra Leoneans why them for vote the APC, and then what you go say in terms of violence, what you go tell you people them as they go to the polls on Saturday.
With regards to violence, I want for state here, the APC, we don't conduct with people we serve in a peaceful manner, and we will continue for do so. Why therefore vote in the APC is very simple. We know say we dey deal with a government we not democratic. We dey deal with a government we not get experience for manage the economy of this country. The reasons are very clear. You look at the massacre, the killing of innocent people by the police and the military. The cost of living don't become very expensive. Development, infrastructural development is nothing to write about. Our health sector, where at least we don't begin to improve, don't return back to square one. Education, well, it just don't be messed up.
Okay, Honorable, I want to ask you because you talk about hospital and then the health sector, but people in they say Falaba district will get one of the best hospitals. What do you go say about that?
I don't know how many people then they say we get one of the best hospital or which hospital actually that one did.
Then say
Maybe where?
Mongo, then get your hospital na Mongo.
Sorry to say that Mongo no even get an hospital where somebody will go there for even go take malaria medicine. We, the APC, been get a project wherein therefore build hospital in a certain area. One na Krubola, with them been complete now like a referral clinic of a such. And one before go na Dulkoro. But when the SLPP then come, then change the location to Masadu, we don't be completed. Another one for being Falaba town, we don't be completed. The hospital and therefore been built them in 5 different chiefdoms. Well, if not that, then they refer to as the best hospital. I'm sorry, they are just referral clinic. Mongo when at the district headquarter town. The hospital we did it. You know, go even go there for go get malaria treatment. Not to talk of other serious illness. But me want for assures the people of Falaba district that when we come, we will improve on the medical facility and we will take back education to its glory. And also justice go there for all. And we will continue for do the de-amalgamation. Like Delmandugu chiefdoms, we still get 3 chiefdoms put together. That of the Benadugu chiefdom, that of the Mankalia chiefdom, then will be separated. We know say the paramount chiefs, some of them don't know one for this. But this is the reality. And this is what the APC is known for. Because the more chiefdoms you get, the more development is assured.
Okay, thank you so much for the time where you don't take for talk to me. Famulem, this now how would they end the program? We been get Honorable Lahai Marrah, who in the Falaba District APC chairman. So then been the talk to now don yeri and the one day where they Falaba, well, so many questions we have been asked. We don't put on to Honorable Lahai Marrah and he don't address them. So as soon as they go to the polls, like again, voting I can always say, when I get the opportunities, when I don't get the messages from the politicians, then when I sit down, when I analyze, when I evaluate, then when I check on our lives, when I living standard and how when I live, then when I take decision. So now so we end the program today. Thank you so much, Honorable.
Thank you so much and good night.
Okay, thank you so much, Honorable. That was Honorable Lahai Marrah, live from Sierra Leone.